guys, it's Darcy and welcome back to Darcy Does Stuff. Here on, as you can see from the title below, we will be doing a New Year's video. It's going to be reflection, it's going to be mantras that I've said to myself throughout the course of this year that I'm going to take into 2019, and, just lessons that I've learned. I'm also going to be discussing some of my goals in 2019. If you want to see that, just stay tuned. There's not a lot to say about 2018 in my opinion, because I know a lot of people went through a lot of stuff this year. I know it was really eventful for them. 2018 was a pretty important year in my life, but it wasn't everything. It wasn't the worst year I've ever had. It wasn't the best year I've ever had. I realized a lot of things in 2018, but it wasn't everything. So let's get into it. So I didn't really learn a lot in 2018. She didn't really teach me everything, or maybe it's just not coming to mind. But I was literally sitting here for 20 minutes meditating, guys, thinking, what in the world did I learn in 2018? And I could literally only come up with 5 things. So I'll be telling you those 5 things. So, not to say that I don't have anything else to improve on, or there's nothing that I learned, it just couldn't come to mind, and it's just not that important. I think I'm very self-aware, so I know what I need to work on, and what's not working for me. So, if anything, 2018 reinforced the lessons that I already have learned, or things that I already know I have to improve upon. So, let's get into the first one. Number 1 is to be your own best friend. I've had a lot of great friendships this year or whatnot, but I think this year I didn't really listen to my inner self or really, value what I had to say until this year, and I was faced with a lot of circumstances in which I was forced to be my own best friend and look out for my best interest. And I think in general you should be your own best friend, and you shouldn't have to be forced by any situation to be, but that's just what happened to me this year. Number 2, time management is everything. I've learned this 8 million times over and over, but 2018 really did it for me. I've had to do more this year, and I have to do more in the upcoming year than I've ever had to do before. So 2018 was really the start of, wow, life is real, and you better start planning for it because it's crazy. Adulting is hard. 3, don't compete with people. I also learned this a while. Like I said, some of these are reinforced. You should only be competing with yourself each and every day. You really shouldn't be competing with anybody else in your class, in your grade, in your peer group, or your friends, or anybody else around you. You should just not be competing with them, because that's just not healthy, and that's really destructive, and you really just shouldn't do that for your own self-esteem and your own mental health, and also for theirs, because they didn't do anything wrong. They're just living their lives. So you can't, and it's not fair. You shouldn't judge your chapter 1 by somebody else's chapter 27 or whatever it is. You shouldn't be weighing it. Everybody has a story, everybody has a reason why they got to the point that they got to, and why you're not there and whatnot. So if you want to be like someone you see out there, just work hard to do so and better yourself, and only be competing with yourself each and every day. At the end of every day, evaluate, what did I do today to get closer to my goals, or what did I do today to get further away from my goals. You've got to think like that. You got to change your mindset. So this year was really an eye-opener for my mindset and the way I was thinking about things. Number 4, you have to live for yourself. Okay, even though other people might not understand your vision or the road you're going down, it doesn't matter, because at the end of the day, they cannot live your life for you. They might be trying to live vicariously through you, but they can't physically live your life. Each and every single day of your life, from when you were born to then on, you have been living your life, and you will continue to live your life every single day until you die. So you have to get up and you have to decide what is important to you each and every single day, what is important to you in a week, in 2 months, in 3 months, in a year, in 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, whatever. You have to live for yourself, and you have to work for yourself, and you need to know that you and what you feel is valid and it's important. Following other people's advice and opinion is only good to an extent, but you should never solely rely on other people's opinions and advice and it shouldn't be your validation. You should validate yourself. You should find the self-love and the worthiness within yourself, and then, be able, and when you find that, you're able to then project it to the outer world and really make a difference. And you'll start to see stuff coming towards you. You start manifesting positive things in your life by being positive and being fair and being nice to yourself. Fifthly and lastly, when you see a stop sign, don't keep going. Meaning, if you see red flags in a relationship that you're in, friendship, romantic relationship, familiar relationship, whatever, don't keep going. Literally, once people show you their true colors, believe them the first time, essentially, because people will only give you so many times to get to see their dark side before things will start happening. There's only going to be so many warning signs. Take those signs, and even though it might be hard to cut those connections or friendships or relationships, you just have to be strong, and you have to know that you're doing the right thing and you're doing it for the right reason, because, at the end of the day, you're the most important person in your life, because if you don't take care of yourself, then you can't take care of anyone else. So, really take time for yourself and really think about and analyze the relationships in your life and whether or not they're adding or subtracting to your life. And if they're not doing either, if they're just there, it's just neutral, then you need to let it go because it's not adding to your life. Some mantras I followed this year that I'm going to take into 2019. I have 2 of those. Work like the world is watching you, even if no one is. Whatever you want to do in life, you have to be the first one to validate yourself to do it, right? So you have to get up every day and you have to say, I'm going to do this no matter what. This is the priority in my life right now, and I'm going to do this. And you have to work your hardest, even if you're not getting the recognition right away at your job, at school, at whatever it is you want to do, and eventually that'll come to you, from you constantly putting in that work. Consistency is key, so that's really the T there. And then, you can be anything you want to be except the person you don't want to be. That's a quote from Logic and his song, it's called Black is Beautiful, or maybe that's just a lyric from the song. It is such a good song, and the message is so good, and that lyric really stuck with me ever since I heard that song this year. Some of my goals for 2018 are to, like everybody, eat healthier, work out more, go to bed. Going to bed is so hard for me. That is the hardest one out of the 3 things I've named thus far. I've been able to do the other 2 on and off this year, but going to bed has been my biggest struggle for the longest time. Going to bed at a decent time, having a consistent bedtime, because I'm a night owl. Literally, I don't feel alive until 5 p.m. and then I start my day at 5 p.m. so I'm up until literally 5 a.m. I'm up 12 hours for no reason. No one told me to be up 12 hours. That's on break. But during the school week, I go to bed anywhere from 12 to 3. And you would have thought it was a weekend, because who in their right mind would go to bed from 12 to 3 on a school night? Me, apparently. I also have a lesser workload this year, but I still have tons of outside things to do that are very important and pressing, and have pressing deadlines around the corner. So I just am just stressed, and I'm not doing anything to help myself. 2019, I really just need to go to sleep at a bedtime. I want to be better at managing my time, like I've said, as a lesson, but I literally have to be better at managing my time, or my life's literally going to crash and burn like it did sophomore year. So I literally need to get it together. 2019, hit me up, we'll talk. I just want to constantly improve myself each and every day. I want to read more. I did not read a lot, period, 2018. I just want to read and expand my mind more, and read the news. I know it sounds weird, and watch the news, but I just want to know, I already know what's going on. I already do that a little bit, but I want to be current, to know what's happening and speak about it I know what I'm talking about. So, with knowledge comes clarity. So I need to get on that. So we will be reading the Bible, my book, self-help books, just books in general, and the news more in 2019. Yoga. I literally haven't done yoga in the longest time. I guess it falls under exercise. Just different lifestyle changes I want to make. I used to do yoga all the time. I literally used to do do stretches in my bed and then get out my yoga mat and do a full yoga session to wake me up in the morning. But I just stopped doing that when I stopped caring. So, you know, that's fun and fresh. But in 2019, we're going to care more. Something that I'm going to bring into 2019 that I practiced in 2018 to the best of my ability is being unbothered. You know, just letting things roll off your shoulder, being forgiving, being kind, you know, being merciful. I hope you guys enjoyed chit-chatting with me. I hope that this wasn't boring. I hope you were entertained. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe below for fun and fresh content coming in 2019. I'm reworking my upload schedule. I'm sorry it's been a little wonky. Hit the notification bell. You'll always get a notification when I post. Also comment below, you know, your 2019 goals or whatever you feel like sharing below. I just hope you all have a great New Year's Eve, great New Year's Day, and a great New Year period. Let's make 2019 our year, guys. Let's work on the things that we've been telling ourselves we are going to work on all 2018. I will see you guys next Sunday or sometime soon in 2019. Bye!